Hi everyone, it's Kate Kaltoff. Welcome to a Stamping to Share YouTube video. Today I'm going to share with you this beautiful set of cards that uses the Bird Ballad laser cut cards. These laser cut cards are so intricate. Let me bring this up to the camera so you can see just how gorgeous they are. And of course you can use round circles on it or ovals. So I'll show you the placement for that in just a minute. So let me go ahead and show you what the laser cut cards look like. This is the tin that they come in, and it's really sturdy. And so this would make a great gift item. Fill it up with some completed cards and put a bow on it, and you're ready to give a beautiful gift to someone. And then when you open it up, now mine is quite used because I only have a couple left, but it comes with these laser cut cards that are really nice and sturdy. All you have to do is put some paper backing on it and you will show off all of that intricate cutting. Just gorgeous. It also has coordinating envelopes, and they have a little bit of a scallop on the flap to make them extra special. So that's what it looks like. You get 12 of them with every single purchase of a tin. And so let me put that aside and we'll go ahead and get started. The first card that we're going to make today is this one right here. And we are going to go ahead and I'll show you that we are using the Woven Heirloom stamp set. This can also be purchased as a bundle with the Woven Heirlooms die cut and embossing folders to make some frames. You can find more about that in our annual catalog. But today we're just going to use the stamp set. And so, of course, one thing that you're going to need is the envelope and the lovely die-cut laser card. And then we're just going to go ahead and we are going to put a panel of the Designer Series paper called Woven Threads. And it looks like this. And of course, it all coordinates with the Woven Threads suite that you, again, can find in our annual 2019-2020 catalog. And this is kind of what that paper looks like. Just gorgeous, featuring all of the new 2019 in colors from Stampin' Up. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. We are also going to put a backing on this paper because we don't want this side to show. We are going to be doing a little bit of accent on the inside, and as you can see, that is not going to coordinate with this side of the paper. So let's go ahead and put the accent on first so that I can get that out of the way. To do that, we're just going to take a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. So let me go ahead and do that. And that little strip, let me bring the information back in the picture, is 3/4 inches by 4 inches. So I'm just gluing that to the bottom of this panel here. And the next thing we're going to need is just a panel of Whisper White. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. It's just 1/8 inch bigger than our Designer Series paper, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So we're going to glue the back side of this panel, again with multi-purpose liquid glue, to this vanilla panel, which is 1/8 inch larger. So let me put that on there, and we're just going to kind of scoot it into place so that all 4 borders are nice and even. Give that a little press, and then what we want to do is grab our multi-purpose liquid glue again, and if you go very carefully along the edges, you can get just a little bit of glue all along these edges. And you do not want your glue going out into this part because it will show through all of the intricate die cutting that's on the front of this card. So we're just putting the glue, just tiny little bit, all on the outside edges. Then you can just set this on, kind of even it in here so that all of your borders are even, and then just flip this over and you have your card. All right, so we've got that pressed into place, and it looks like this now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a die cut. So I have a circle die cut right here, and I created this with our layering circles dies. And so if you don't have these, you could probably use a circle die cut, but I just went, or a circle punch rather, but I just went ahead and did a die cut. It's just about the perfect size here. And so what I'm going to do is stamp the image with terracotta tile, and I've got my image right here. So I'm just going to stamp this into the center of this circle. And then we are going to put a little strip of ribbon across here. So I'm going to use this is called scallop linen ribbon, and it features the terracotta tile color. So I'm just going to cut a strip a little bit wider than my card, and then I'm going to take some snail. Snail works great for adhering. Whoops, I should do this not over the top of my card, but right here. I'm going to do this right here. It works great for adhering ribbon. So now we're just going to set this onto the front of the card, right through the middle. It's pretty easy to tell where the middle is because all of the decorations kind of surround this circle. Then you're just going to cut this edge over here even. There we go. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. Now we're just going to add some dimensionals to this. So we'll put 2 dimensionals here, and then we'll add 2 dimensionals below. And then we'll take the peelies off and we'll just put our sentiment over the top. And then we'll go ahead and put this right over, and you can just center that in so that you have these scallop circles all the way around. And now we just need to add an accent. So let me grab my accent piece here. We are going to use the 2019-2021 faceted in color enamels. And so I'm going to use my take your pick tool, and I'll just pull off an enamel, and we're going to set the first one up here, and then we're going to set the next one right next to it, and then the larger one. All of these are in terracotta tile down here. And our card is complete. So here is the first one. Then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do it with an oval background. Now on this particular card, we do want both sides of the designer series paper to play a role in creating this card. So we have the stripes on the front, and then on the other side we have all of these beautiful birds, and it says thank you, or thanks for being you. So let me go ahead and show you how to put this card together. So we are going to be using the Free as a Bird stamp set, which also can be purchased as part of a bundle, but in this particular card I'm just using the stamp set. And let me go ahead and show you how it all goes together. So the first thing you're going to need again is your laser cut card, which I have right here. And then you're going to need your designer series paper. This time you're cutting it a little bit bigger, so it's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And we're going to be putting our glue on the side that shows towards the front. And again, you want to keep your glue just on the very, very edge. So let me go ahead and put this line of glue all the way around. And one more side. And then we're going to glue that into our card panel. Now, the main thing to remember with this is to make sure that your image that's going to be on the inside is not upside down. So we're going to make sure that our birds, when they open them up, will not be upside down. And we're going to set this in. And again, just center it in on that panel. And then when you close the card, everything will match up just right. There we are. Now, this time, we took some watercolor paper for our main image, and I already have it colored, kind of like a parakeet. So I used, not the layering circles, let me grab the right thing here. I used the stitch shape framelets, one of the ovals, and I colored the parakeet with our Stampin' Blends. So we have Daffodil Delight, the duo. We have Old Olive Light. We have Balmy Blue Light, and then just for the little bit of ground here, I use some soft suede light. And so I have another video that I'll link in the description that shows you how this card was colored in a Facebook Live that I did previously. So what I'm going to do now is, once again, I'm going to be adding some dimensionals to the bird. So I'm just going to flip this over, and I am going to just tear these dimensionals because I love to use every single bit of dimensionals offered to me. So not just the hexagon shaped ones, but all the other little edgy ones too. So we'll put 4 of those edgy ones on, and we'll take off the peelies. And then what you're going to do is the placement needs to be so that there's the circle scallops that go around, and then there's another layer of scallops. So you're going to hide the circle scallops towards the top, and you can just kind of make sure this oval is in place by making sure your hello here is horizontal, and that looks pretty good. Then we're going to take some ribbon, and we've got some crinkled seam binding ribbon here in crushed curry. So I'm just going to make a pretty bow. I want to give myself a little play here to work with. So now I can go ahead and adjust that so it looks really nice. And I do want it nice and big and loopy, and the crinkled ribbon works really well for that. All right, so that's going to go right down here. So again, give me just a second to adjust this. There we go. And now to adhere the ribbon, I'm just going to add a little glue dot. So I've got my glue dots here. I love using the Take Your Pick tool just to grab off a glue dot. We'll put this right here. And I know my loops or my tails here are a little long, but that's okay. I can fix those. So I'm going to set this ribbon in, and that looks really good. Then I'm going to take my ribbon scissors here, give that a little bit of a cut, and do the same thing over here. Whoops. And our card is almost done. So here's the front of the card. Isn't that sweet? Now for the inside panel, we're going to go ahead and take another little bit of accent paper. So we'll use the Bird Ballad Designer Series paper, which I forgot to show you. Looks like this. You've got all these great bird images, flower images, and such pretty colors too. And it's kind of got a soft watercolor look. And if you need inspiration on how to color the birds, just flip it over to this page right here, if I can find it. Right here. And all of these were done using Stampin' Blends. That's what Stampin' Up took their inspiration from, and that's where I took my inspiration from when I colored my bird. So again, we have this little stripe panel here that matches the front of the card, and that's going to be going on the inside, 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And I'm just going to take a little multi-purpose liquid glue, add a little strip, and then we're going to set this down about 1/3 of the way down on the card. And we'll put that in. And again, I used some very vanilla paper, but I have Thanks for Being You. And I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. So I use the, which is it called again? The Stitch Shape Framelit dies in the oval. And we'll just set this in. And look at that. It's so perfect. We're going to set this in just like so, and our card is complete. Now, you wouldn't have to do dimensionals here. You could just glue it straight on, but it's kind of fun to have it pop up, especially if you're giving this card in person. If you're mailing it, it could get a little flattened out, but that's okay. You're still going to get that effect. All right, so here are the 2 cards that I completed. Here are the 2 pretty kind of parakeet type birds with the coordinating envelopes. And then we have the first card that I completed right here. So let me grab those. And one more, if I can find it, right here. So I hope you've enjoyed this YouTube video. I truly appreciate you. If you'd like to place a product order, you can just go right on over to the link that I've provided, which takes you to my blog, www.stampingtoshare.com. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.